Greetings everyone, RobeTheMatoran here, back with another Ninjago Summer 22 set review, and today we're looking at set number 71769, Cole's Dragon Cruiser. Now, not to be mistaken for saying Cole's Golden Dragon Cruiser, because he does not have a golden technical set. This is Cole's Dragon Cruiser. So it's kind of weird that it's not called golden because it's not a lot of gold on it, but it's enough to still, I think it warrants the name, but it doesn't have some reason. Aside from that, piece count is 384, and it has 4 minifigs, and the retail price is $44.99. That is a steep price for this set. Let's see if it's actually worth it in this review. And here we have Cole's cruiser, if you will, but it's just a big car. That's all it is. It's just a car. So looking at this thing, it's pretty nice. I mean, I personally like this better than the Zane's Jet. I just do. I just think it's better, and I just do. So looking at it, of course, it's just a car. It rolls nice. It does rolling good. It can roll good. That's all it can basically do, because it's a car. That's all it does. And I like how it has this Speed Champions like windscreen piece in orange. That's really nice, and it does harbor the same Speed Champion like 2-seater like base at the bottom, which you can actually fit 2 characters in if you would like. Even though there's not 2 characters that will fit in this card in this set particularly, but Cole and another person could fit in there if you wish. I will demonstrate that, but I don't have enough figures on hand to really do that, so you just know what it can do. You've seen probably other reviews of this anyway, so you've seen that. Let me put that back on. It does not have a lot of features. It has the new stud shooter things, which you press on the side and that's lost. So it does that, and one more feature, you will, I don't know how it works actually, but you just basically flip this over and it essentially transforms and make this look, I guess, like ready for attack mode. They can like charge at something, and it's not bad, but it's a little unnecessary because it doesn't really look very transformed, if you know what I mean. It looks like, okay, you just flip the blades over and that's it. So not really much of a transformed feature. It's just, okay, you flip the blades over, now it's front forwards instead of backwards. And for some odd reason, they decided to put these red cable pieces from the Lego City line, I believe, here in red, to essentially, when you pull this back, it's supposed to catch the blades and stop them, but I feel like there's no point for that because the blades will stop at a certain angle on its own to not push it down that far. And I don't really get the reason for the red cable bits. I don't understand. And on the side, it has these. It looks kind of unfinished on the side. I won't lie. It looks very unfinished. You can see the Technic beams. You can see these random studs on the side, and it doesn't look very covered right here. It's just like a bunch of pieces just randomly just placed there just because they just didn't know what else to do. And it has a sticker on the side. It has it on both sides. It's actually 2 different stickers, actually. This is just the design of the car, and the other side is, yes, the design of the car, but it has the resistant symbol on the side of that one, so it's there, which is nice. And also on the side, it has the gold Borak eyepiece, and the Borak eyepiece in gold, and it has 4 of them on this set, which is really nice. We did not see that piece since 2006 for Brutaka, which that's a review I did not get to yet, which will be coming hopefully soon. Anyway, so it's nice to see this piece in the nice gold color again, and now, because that was a really rare piece to find, but aside from that, that's really good. But look at the front, you can move this little blade Exoforce arm piece right there, and there's a little hidden compartment in the hood of the car, which has a little hammer. Just Cole's hammer. You can see that. So yeah, nothing too special about that. It's just a hammer piece, and just place it right there. That's a nice touch. I think that's nice. And it has these nice big wheels, and it has the nice covering pieces on here. Oh yeah, one last thing. I forgot to mention on the side for the back wheels, there's just an open peg, and it's kind of weird, but in previous vehicles in this very wave that they actually have a piece to cover the pegs and make it look complete, but for this set they just kind of just opted out and said, nah, I don't really want to do that. So they just have these random pegs at the back for whatever reason, and it's not covered, it's just there for the sake of it, and I don't really get that. But I'm like, okay, so they just did that, and so yeah, that's been the car. So let's go ahead and look at some minifigs. First minifig on this list of 4 minifigs, we have Cole, Golden Cole, which is pretty nice. I think this is probably the best version. I think this is the best one out of the 4 Golden Ninja team. You know, the OGs, because his gold just really looks nice, and the black and even the orange bits. It's actually a really nice one. I do like it a lot. I definitely will say that this is definitely the best one. So it's got a nice reflecting on that. I can't even talk. A lot of nice gold and reflecting bits on it, of course. Really nice. Reminds me of the Master of the Mountain version, which was also a really good version of Cole, which I do like. And I really do like the hood pieces being like, it's based from the Legacy wave, and it's just a gold hood and their black like headband at the top, which, you know, I see a lot of customization can be done with this. There's minus the little symbol at the top. I think it's really good. But aside from that, take the hood off, and it's the same face we've seen forever now. Second face, happy face. We've seen it 1,000 times, thousands. I say thousands, but not that many. But yes. Anyway, remove that. We will put that back on his head, and we can look at the back now, which has a lot of nice detailing and reflecting parts. You can see he has a lot of nice detail, like I said, and you can see the back printing a lot, and the symbol, I don't know what the symbol means, I'm not familiar with, but you can see that looks really good. And all in all, a really good minifig. I like it, so let's go ahead and move on. And here we have Esfira, the snake that we seen, flaming snake from the Forbidden Spinjitzu line, and she looks crazy different from her original design, which she had all the orange and gold. She's now sporting this gunmetal color for her face, and pink translucent pieces, and even for her tail, which I don't understand why they don't give her an actual snake tail. They give her this ghostly tail, which I just do not understand. But it's like black and purple, kind of reminiscent. That's actually the exact same piece for the Overlord set in the Legacy line. So they gave her that, which I don't think it blends the absolute best with the like pink colors. I don't think it does, personally. I just think it's kind of like it's okay. It does its job, but I just wish they just give her a snake tail instead. Just give her a snake tail, but they won't for whatever reason. I don't know. But she has the same torso print as the other keep saying Vengestone. Same thing as the other council members of the Crystal King. Nothing new. And she has the same crystal shoulder pattern as all of them have, except for Harumi. And her head does not move. Like, because the little extra bit with her neck, it's stuck there, so you cannot move it at all, really. I mean, you could do that, but that's nothing. You can't really turn the head, and it's pretty fixed, so no head turning for Esfira, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just whatever. And she has one of the golden weapons with the pink blade. She has a sword of fire, because that's her rival she fights is Kai, which makes sense. and this is one of the worst. This actually is the worst Sword of Fire. There's only 2 versions, and this is the worst of it. The first one they had was so much better. It was so perfect. They ruined it by making this really ugly sword that looks like a machete. Like, why didn't he put the dragon at the bottom of it at least? Then it kind of look like it. I mean, I don't get this weird design. I don't like it. I kind of hate it. But okay, that's the Sphera. Let's move on. Before we get to the last minifig, which is the best one of the set, let's go ahead and get over the Vengestone Brute, which nothing new about him. I have several reviews of talking about him in detail. If you want to check them out, please check them out. But you know, pretty nice design, of course. Translucent arms, both of them, and a translucent leg. Got a dual motor head. Can't take it. Can't take it off. Yes, you can take it off, obviously. It's just one single piece. There's no head underneath, and he has a crystal blade and nice printing. Chest showing a bit in the front, as you can see, and printing on the back. And yeah, that's it for the Vengestone Brute guy. But finally, here we have the absolute best, in my opinion, best Golden Dragon form, and it is Cayenne. My God, he looks so freaking good. I mean, he is absolutely stunning. I love the red and gold. It is absolutely freaking phenomenal. It's just top notch. I mean, seriously, Lego, they really outdone themselves with this. The translucent red arms and legs, both arms, both legs. I mean, my goodness, this is crazy. I just love it so much. And it has the nice reflecting bits on the chest, the flames going down on the legs and the torso, on the waist part even. It's such a nice looking figure. Oh my goodness. I really do like this one. I love this one. This is my favorite one out of them all. The only thing that gives this figure just that little bit of a downgrade is because of the blue pins in the back. I don't understand. Lego, you have made other color pins. They have red pins. They have black pins. Why don't you use them? Put them in more sets, please, for minifigs. Kids will understand. It looks better. Stop doing that. Gosh. Okay, mini ran over, but seriously, other than that, it is absolutely amazing. And if you take this off, it is the same face from the Evo line with the training thing. I don't remember, but yeah, it's the same face with that, which kind of ruins this face a little bit for me because I was part of that wave of Ninjago, which I don't like. So it kind of makes this one feel less extreme because now seeing it's like, well, I already seen it, but it's still nice. I still like it, and it's a really nice look. And we could take off that armor piece in the back, the head on, and we can see his back print, which is kind of actually not very detailed. Actually, surprisingly, it's a little kind of average. It's just a few flame bits and his symbol. I kind of a little disappointed by that. That's another thing I would say. Okay, that's one thing I'm like a little disappointed by. Like the back, it's not as well as the other ones, but I still like this figure more than the others. It's just that one little bit is just the only thing that I just was like, well, they did that. But still, even without all the armor and the hood, it still looks like a really nice figure. It just looks some Inferno flaming guy, which, you know, if you didn't know Ninjago, you wouldn't even think anything about it. You just think like, okay, who the heck is this guy that's just all red like that? It's really, really nice. I just love it so much. Honestly, wish I have 2 of them so I can do like custom minifigs with just his pieces alone. But regardless, nice minifig, my favorite. And now let's wrap up. All right, we have finished looking at the Cold Dragon Cruiser and in all of its glory. Now, final thoughts. Is this worth $45? Personally, no. I don't think it is. I think that's a ridiculous price. I personally think if this was maybe, honestly, like $35 or I could even move with you just said 40, but honestly, I would feel really good if it said this was $35. Then I'd be like, that's pretty reasonable. But unfortunately, life is not ever perfect for that. So in a perfect world, I think this should have been $35, like a whole $10 cheaper. But it is what it is. Now, is it worth getting this? Do I recommend getting this set? Well, I don't think it really is worth. I don't think it is. I don't know if I can really recommend getting this unless, again, if you are just a huge Cole fan, or you want to get the Golden Dragon Kai, which I think that's the best one. So for that reason alone was the reason why I wanted this set. And yes, I like Esphera because I want to get the Crystal King Council members, of course, and all the minifigs of this wave, which, you know, that was just going to be regardless. But yeah, this is the main highlight. The Golden Dragon Kai was like the selling point for me. And oh yeah, to give out a score, I give this probably just a 7.0. Like, it's above the, I would say Kai, the Zane Jet one, but it's not by much. It's pretty average in my opinion. It's, you know, it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. But those have been my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comments, because I love to read all the comments. And I will see you all in the next Ninjago review.